There is a ton to see at Gulf Coast Gator Ranch, but the main attraction is definitely the alligators. I think I'm putting this one to sleep.
Yeah, this one here,
70 degrees.
his name is Squirts.
Squirts, where's that name come from?
When they squirt Gatorade from time to time.
Yeah. So how old is Squirts?
He's 2 years old.
2 years old.
And one thing that they love is being petted on the head, because there's sensors all over their heads and it makes them close their eyes. If you look on the side of his jaw, you'll see little black dots. Those are sensors that help them feel echo waves in the water, vibrations, so it's sensitive to the touch, so it makes them automatically close their eyes. The only thing they don't like touch is the very tip of their nose.
You hear that?
It's like somebody hitting you in your funny bone, you get that electrical shock that goes up your arm. So when you hit them on their nose like that, they get too close, it makes them stop or run the other way to get away from you. Now this place used to be an alligator farm. They used to raise them here to kill them for the meat, the hide, the heads. Everything when alligator gets used for one thing or another. Now we're considered alligator ranch. We're just strictly here as their caretakers to look after them.
That's so cool. So now it's more like a sanctuary for them. That
all we here is take care of them, make sure they finish out the remaining of their lives, and don't go hungry.
Walk me through the life cycle of an alligator.
Okay, when they first hatch out, which is only a 1% survival rate of each nest.
1%?
Usually they'll lay 20 to 40 eggs, but only a couple gators per nest are going to make it because there's a lot of predators out there that eat baby alligators. Now in their nest, the temperature of their nest determines whether it's going to be a male or a female. It's going to be one big layer of eggs. The bottom half, which is in a cooler, damper mud, is going to hatch out as females. And the top half, which is closer to the sun, is going to be a warmer, drier mud, so those are going to hatch out as males.
So the temperature affects the sex of the offspring?
Temperatures affect a lot of things when it comes to alligators. The temperature of the nest determines whether they're male or female. Their body temperatures, if they get below 70 degrees, they go dormant. In other words, they take their heart rates and slow it down to 1 to 3 beats a minute. And what that does, that takes away all their appetite. Their main function during the winter months is looking for ways to stay warm. When they hatch out of their eggs, they're usually around 4 to 6 inches. Some of them are 8 inches, but most of them are 4 to 6 inches.
Okay.
And they're going to grow a foot a year for the first 6 years. Now, once they reach 6 foot, 6 years old, that's when they become adults. And their metabolism slows way down to 1 inch or 2 a year, depending on how much they eat.
And how old can they
In the
live
wild, it's 70 to 90 years. In captivity, they've been known to live up a little bit over 100 years old.
You're kidding. I did not know that.
Yeah, the reason why they live so long in captivity compared to in the wild, because an alligator's life depends on how much energy they use chasing food. So if they're doing a lot of chasing food, they don't live as long because they're being cold-blooded creatures. But here they're handed the food to them, so they don't use a lot of energy, so they tend to live longer.
Well, this has been so great. There's so much to see here. I'd love to go check it out.
All right, we'll take a walk around and I'll show you what all we got to offer here. This pen here is for rescue gators, gators that got injuries, stuff like that. Now this one here is Gwen. She's about 7 foot. She's actually blind in her right eye. Now Boudreaux over here, he's the bigger of the two. He's a little bit over 8 foot. He's another rescue gator. He's completely blind.
Really?
Yeah, he's blind from salt water. He was caught in the Gulf of Mexico about 5 years ago by gator boys on Animal Planet. So these two gators get along great with each other because she's only got to look at him half the time and he ain't got to look at her at all. Now how we interact with them to get them where we want them to go is all you got to do is take a stick and hit them on the top of the tail right here, and it makes them go forward. If you want them to go right, you just touch them in their right leg and they swing around.
You're driving in.
If you want to go left,
Prehistoric creature right now.
get them in their left leg. It's a lot easier to go from behind because that's where the teeth are not at. Get her to turn around a little bit more. Turn around. You notice how she swung that tail around? The tail acts like, you know, if the head don't get you, the tail will knock you off your feet where she can get to you. Now this here's Boudreaux. Now, since he can't see, I can do this. Hey Boudreaux, up, up. Up, Boudreaux. Open wide. Say ah. Now the reason why he opens his mouth is because they don't like their noses touched. So what he's doing is opening his mouth to defend himself.
What should you do if you see an alligator in the wild? Maybe it catches you off guard, you weren't expecting to see one. What do you do?
Best bet is if you see a gator in the wild, just stay away from him. If you're on a boat and a gator starts coming up to the boat, you want to take your paddle and aim for that nose.
Okay.
That makes them swim away from you. But most of the time, an alligator is going to keep their distance from you because they're fearful of people. Got some over there, and
There's
got
so
some
many.
over here. As you see, they sit close to each other right now because it's cool weather, they're dormant. Then when it starts warming up, they'll spread out a little more.
Dang,
Yeah.
that one's huge.
Yeah, that one's about 9, 10 foot.
How much do you think that weighs?
About 500, 600 pounds. What he's doing, he's got the head way up where that sun's hitting the back of his neck and head to warm him up. We got a bigger one though. He's right down in this area over here. But
I can see him from here.
yeah, that's big boy.
I can see how he got his name.
Now, big boys around, we figure 12'6", 12'8". I've actually watched this gator swallow a butterball turkey one time, swallow it whole.
Holy cow. Okay. Hi, how are you guys doing?
Ear protection.
Good.
Now this gator over here to your right, her nickname is Nuisance. She's actually one of our alligators that escaped during Hurricane Katrina. She'll have some notches in her tail. Those are called scoops. We cut off 3 scoops for females and 1 for males. But with the cooler temperatures, you're lucky if you just see a couple. Because most of them go up in these low inlets all along the swamp here, getting further up in the grasses, use the grasses to keep the winds off of them. I mean, cold-blooded, it don't take much to make them cold. Heck, I'm warm-blooded, it don't take much to make me cold either. So I guess that's one thing gators and I have in common.
What do you think the odds are if someone went swimming through here that they would come out okay and unscathed? Really?
Yeah, they'd be all right. The only time they ever come after really somebody is if they're starving to death or it's a female's nest or nesting season. She will come after you to protect that nest. Which I've had to get in the water close to a nest before, and the female sat there the whole time and just looked at me. Didn't even come off the nest to try to come after me. Still don't trust her though. Alligators are wild creatures, so you have to always pay attention. That's the #1 rule here, pay attention. You pay attention, it's a safe job. It's when you don't pay attention, that's when them suckers will get you.
That was fun. I can see why you like this.
You haven't seen nothing yet.
What am I about to get myself into?
Well, I figured you probably want to see an alligator up close and personal. You know.
Not sure what that looks like, but it sounds like a great idea.
I've been doing this for a little while now. I'm getting pretty good.
Okay, I trust you.
Yeah, I've only messed up once.
Oh gosh, don't do that.
Yeah,
I'm going in here with you?
Yeah, you're gonna come in here with me.
Sounds safe.
No, there's no such thing as safe. They do have a few blind spots. A couple of their blind spots being directly in front of them, directly behind them, and also inside of their own mouth. Now, since they can't see inside their mouth, it does allow us to get away with some tricks that a lot of people call stupid, but yeah, it lets us get away with something like that.
Do you notice I'm reversing
Yeah, I know, I saw you get
as far back as possible?
So what we'll do is we'll walk over this way now, we'll get him, we'll pull him up there a little bit.
Use that we term real casually.
I'll pull him up
Perfect,
there.
great, okay.
Since they can't see inside their mouth, the sensitivity has to be extremely great on these alligators. Now the reason why he's slamming his jaws closed when I pull my hand out is because I'm touching it on the way out.
Okay.
Now, when I'm touching him on the nose and getting ready to do that, you can see every time I do it, I'm going like this and wiping my hand off. Now, because of how sensitive it is, it doesn't matter if it was a drop of sweat, a grain of dirt, even a bug flying past hits the inside the mouth will trigger the jaws to slam closed. Don't let him. Sure you want to try?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. For me, nothing beats getting up close and personal with nature. Well, maybe this is a little too close for comfort.